So, okay, today we will see the problem. First, determine the horizontal thrust developed in the semi-circular arch of radius 18 meters, loaded as shown in figure. Okay, so you want to find out the horizontal thrust, and later you can find out bending moments at anywhere. Okay, so see, 2 hinged arches. 2 hinged arches. So radius is 18 meters. So radius is 18 meters, and the crown 60 kilonewtons is active up to half of the span. 20 kilonewton per meter is acting, and 40 kilonewtons is acting at 45 degrees from the crown. So that's it. These are the loading on the. So you want to find out vertical reactions and also the horizontal thrust. Vertical reactions is easy because those two horizontal forces are in the same direction. Just take the moment with respect to A or with respect to B. You can easily find out VA and VB. That's not a problem. But what is the H? H is the problem. So we already derived the formulas for different loading. You can easily apply those formulas, and you can feel that this principle of superposition is applied or are suitable for this type of loading, because these loadings are not exceeding proportionality limit. These loads are not an exceeding of the steel structure proportional limit. You can apply principle of superposition. If these loadings stress strain curve is exceeding the principle of superposition, you can't apply it. Exceed the proportional limit, you can't apply it. Okay, you have knowledge about those things in strength of materials, no need to discuss. See, first one thing for the crown loading. What is that? At the crown, if load is acting, what is horizontal thrust? W by pi. So that's it. H is equal to 60 by pi H. Okay, so you can call it as H for crown loading. For second, so uniformly distributed load acting only half of this span. So what is half of span? So if applied is half of span, it is 2 by third WR by pi. Okay, so 2 by third WR by pi. 2 by third W is what? 20. R is 18 divided by pi. That's it, na? So you can call it as a uniformly distributed load. So distributed load D. I write it. So when it's off, it's just acting on half of the span. Okay. Next, a point load is concentrated load is acting eccentrically with 45 degrees from the crown and also from the support also same 45 degrees. What happened? So what is happening? Concentrated load is acting W by cos square alpha. Okay, that alpha is acting from the crown. Okay, from the crown we already discussed. If it is someone said from this support, it's sin square alpha, but no need at all. But if you know it, because if someone gives this is a 30, so someone gives this is a, so if it delete it, if someone gives this is 30, this is value is 60. You can directly write it same formula. Okay, so that's why no need to do two different formulas, but if someone asks in objective questions, you have to remember. That's it. That's it. No need at all. Okay. If it is give 30, so you can find this is a 60. Okay. So that's it. Now it's given 45 degrees. Okay. It's a 45 degrees. So what is that value? W by pi cos square 45 degrees. That's it. W is what? 40. That's it. No? So that's it. So find out it. Find it. So you can find out that value is 101.86 kilonewtons. That's it. So H is 101.86 kilonewtons. So now you can easily, without the help of the H also, you can find out VA and VB. So, are understood? Just see, write down the moment at A. No need to find out. The problem statement doesn't ask, but you can easily find out. See, a moment at A equal to 0. See, write down. Write down. So write down, it's VA. VA multiply with 36. VA multiply with 36. 46 multiply with this distance. What is the distance? So you have to find out this distance. What is the distance? This is a 45. This is also 45. So what is the distance? R C R cos theta. If it is this, R sin theta. Okay. So this is R sin theta. This is R sin theta. So this height, no need of today, no need of height. So R sin theta. What is that R sin theta? R is 18. 18 sin theta cos theta, there's nothing difference. Okay. Sin 45. What is that value? 12.76. Okay. 12.72. So this value is 12.72. So answer plus 18. What is that value? 30.72. So minus of 40. 30.72 and 60 into 18. Understood? 60 into 18. And now last one, 20 into 18, that is a load, and acting at 9 is equal to 0. There is no H because the H is exactly acting through that support. There is no perpendicular distance. Okay. So now you can find out VA and later you can find out VP. So if someone asks, maybe I am asking the bending moment at that location. What is that location? Location I said that 30 degrees. Otherwise this is 60 degrees. So you can easily find out the bending moment. So can you find out? Easily find out. We already solved three hinge parabolic arches. How can you solve it? No need, just see it. We already know H, we already know VA. So you have to find out this height. This height is directly you can find out. So, okay, this value is R. So okay, sin 60. Okay, R sin 60, this height. Okay, and also you can find out this distance also. What is this distance? R sin R cos theta R minus. This total is R. This value is, the small value is R cos theta. So you can find out this height, this distance, and this distance. You can find out the bending moment at this location, and later you can find out the normal shear and radial shear also. So can you find out? These are all we discussed with three-hinged parabolic arch. So no need to discuss again. Okay. So that's the matter. First, this is the only problem in these two hinged arches. To find out the horizontal thrust, it has an extra equation. We already solved it. Sir, this is much very easy. This is very easy, na? Very easy. If you didn't remember those formulas, how can you solve? You can solve. You can solve by directly. You have to take directly H is equal to my ds divided by y square ds throughout length. You will solve this equation. You will get the H value without using WP loadings. Directly take these loadings, and also gave R value also given. So you can directly take the values and you will solve it. You will get it. So okay, that is the problem. If I will solve it without the using of the formula, you have to solve by using this equation. Sir, how can you solve? Just show one problem. I will show later because it's very simple. It's a normal. We solved to yesterday 3 4 using the W and P. Without using it will be easy, more easy. Okay. So we got values now. So just you can get it outside. It is easier, more easier than previous problem. Okay. I will solve later. So today only I will solve it. Okay. So that's it. That's the story. So now we will enter parabolic arch. Okay. So now I will enter parabolic arch. 2-hinged parabolic arch. It's not a semicircular arch. It's a parabolic arch. Okay. It's a parabolic. It's a length of L by 2. It's L by 2. It's a H. Okay. So first loading is load at crown. Load at crown. Something load W is acting. Okay. Load at crown. So what is the horizontal thrust? H. So, okay. In this there is no angles. Okay. But how the x and y is varies? How the x and y varies? If it is x, it is y. How and x and y varies? We already know it. You already know y is equal to 4h by L square x into L minus x. That is not. So if you take this is x and this is y, this is a formula. Otherwise, if you take crown as a origin, this is x, this is y, x square by y is constant. You already know it. We solved both types in the first class. Okay, that's it. Okay, that's it. Same situation. H is equal to my ds throughout L, y square ds throughout L. Okay, that's it. So how can we can calculate? So first we will have to do for this problem. If it is W is acting, this is W by 2, this is W by 2. Okay, so take what is M? What is M? M is without the horizontal thrust, otherwise you take directly linear. It is W by 2, it is W by 2, it's W. So at section what is bending moment? W by 2 into X. That's it now, up to 0 to L by 2. Later you have to write it W by 2 into X, W minus X minus L, but no need, because for this portion you can write from 0 to L by 2 from this side. So same. So exactly mirror image. Okay, exactly symmetrical mirror image. So you have to write out 2 into 0 to L by 2. That's it now. That's it. And also see y square, bottom y square. Y is, this is varies. Y varies with the help of x. Okay, y square, y will take like this. Can you solve it? So we will solve it. See. See. First we have to solve. First M 0 to L by 2. It's a 2 of what? What is M? W by 2 into X. And what is Y? Y is 4H by L square X into L minus X. Y in terms of X. Those are related now. So that's it. Multiply with the dx. That's it now. That's it. That's it. Now we have to solve it. What we can solve is, see, 2 to cancel, 4w by L square h. These are all constants. 0 to L by 2 x is x square L minus x dx. That's it now. X square L minus x dx. So this will go like this. X cube by 3. L is constant. And x cube x power 4 by 4, 0 to L by 2. This will come like this. What will happen? L by 2 is L cube, 2 to 2 is 8, 8 by 3 minus L power 4, 16 divided by 4. That's it now. So L by 4. So what will happen? L by 4 is come outside, 1 by 24 minus 1 by 16. Okay. So what is this value? This value is exactly 5 by 192. Okay. So otherwise you will take it like this: 24, 16, 16, 16 for 64 minus 24, 40. That's the value. Okay. 1 by 10. Okay. 2 5s are 2, 12 are 12 into 16, 192. So that's it. So that's it. 4WH by L square, 5 by 192. So what's that value? 20 WH by 192 L square. Okay. So that's the value. So that's the value of top portion. So bottom portion again it's a y square, na? Y square dx 0 to L. That's it. So you can write it of 0 to L by 2. What is y? Y is 4h by L square x into L minus x whole square dx. That's it now. So can you do it? We'll do it. 2h 16h square L power 4. That's it now. So it's come outside x square L minus x whole square. L square plus x square minus 2LX. That's integration. Okay. So commits 32h square by L power 4. Do it. L square x cube by 3 x cube by 3 minus 2L x square by 2 0 to L by 2. Okay. 32h square by L power 4. Substitute it. Substitute it. Wait, x square. See, this is x power 4. See, x square into x square, x power 4. This is x power 5 by 5. Just observe it. Just observe it, because these are the additions. In addition or subtractions, every term has same units. It has L power 5 units. This is also L power 5. This is also, see, x square into x cube. X cube. Okay. X cube is, you will do the integration x power 4 by 4. Okay. X square multiply with x cube. Okay. So that's it. Sir, substitute it. L power 4 by 2 to say 8, 8 into 3, 24. L power 5, 32 into 5 minus 2 L power 4 by 16 into 2, 64. That's it, na? That's it. What is that value? What is that value? That value is 8 by 15 h square to L. So this is L power 4, this is L power 5. Cut it. Only L power. L is remaining. Okay. That's it. That's it. So now you can find out h is equal to what? H is equal to what? 20 WH divided by 192 L square divided by 8 by 15 H square L. Okay. So H will cancel. What is that value? That value is 25 divided by 128 WL by this L square. So one thing you have to remember, what is that value? In this, yes, it has, see, this has L power 4. We have to took L square. Okay. L square. L power 4 is missing. Okay. Just write L power 4. That's it. This is L power 4. Okay. L power 4. No, L square. L square. L square. Okay, L square and L for 4 cut it, will give remaining L square will remain. L square is remaining, so come as 28 by 128 WL for L by D H. That is the value of H. Okay, that's a simple. That's it. Once you find out the H, then it's remaining is easy. You can find out the bending moment at any section. Can you find out? You can find out the bending moment and normal shear and radial shear, anything. Okay, that's the story of one thing. And second thing I want to learn it. Second thing when UDL is acting throughout or off, you can know you will, if you half of the span is acting UDL, you can just divide by 2, you will get it horizontal thrust. Okay, so both, see, you already know it. If half of the span is acting, it will give H1, same intensity. If another span is also acting right side, will give again H1, it will give again H1. It is 2H1. Okay, so that's called, I call H. So if half of the span is acting, you can just divide by the H value, you will get the horizontal thrust. Okay, so no need of this total shit, we will directly do H value. Okay, so this intensity is W per meter. I call it as, this is L by 2, this is L by 2, this is H. Okay, so what is this value? You already know total load is W into L, so it will WL by 2, this is WL by 2. Okay, so and what is the bending moment? Bending moment at certain section, what we call WL by 2 without the horizontal thrust, multiply with X. Okay, multiply with X, so that's it, minus W into X and X by 2. That's it now. That's it. That is a moment without the horizontal thrust. So now you can write it. H value 0 to L by 2, same of my dy. You can write like this, no need to 0 to L by 2 y square dy. Okay, so 2, because it's a replica of half of, so mirror image, symmetrical, you can call it as anything. Okay, so now we will see what is m by m is WL by 2, is just outside WL by 2. WL by 2. You can write like this, it is easier. You can solve like this. No need to solve it because I will show one thing. Wx by 2 can go outside. What will get? That is L, that is X. That's it now. That's it. And y? Y already you know it. 4h by L square x into L minus x. Okay? 4h L square x into L minus x. That's it now. That's it. So 0 to L by 2, 2. Okay, I will write like this. See, so bottom also you will see 0 to L by 2, 2 to cancel. Y whole square is 16 h square L power 4. Okay, L power 4 x square L minus x whole square na, L minus x whole square. So dx and dx. Just observe it. So W by 2 4h, see, W by 2 4h by L square, those are the constants. okay, 0 to L by 2 x into, okay, x into L minus x whole square. Not only x, it has x and it has also x square L minus x whole square dx. Okay, see, bottom 16 h square by L power 4, 0 to L by 2 x square L minus x whole square dx. Can you observe it? Both are same. No need to calculate. No need to calculate. Then what is h? What is h? So h is, see the h value. So L square will remain, h remain. Okay. So what it will, W L square will go, it's 4 into 4, 8. W L square by 8h. That's it. W L square by 8h. That is the h value. W L square by 8h. You can observe somewhere you saw this. Where it is? Where it is? The first or second? First or second? No. Arches, no? Where it is? Where you can see? No. Somewhere you saw it. No need. No need at all. No need at all. So you will see like this. Where it is? Display class. So WL square by 8h. That is the value of h. Understood? So that's it. That's it when uniformly distributed. If only half segment is acting, half portion or half span UDL is acting, then WL square by 16h. That's it, na? That's it. That's the story. That is the story. No need to do calculations. You can directly strike out. Okay. So now I will show if eccentric load is acting. Eccentric load is acting. Okay. Eccentric load is acting. If see, H L by 2 eccentric loading. Okay, if some load is acting, okay, so some W is acting at a distance of A or X, anything. Okay, X is some, we can show it's a variable. X is, we just write down X as whenever a variable is there, we write as X, but it's a is a some constant distance. See, previously also we write down alpha, not theta. Theta is variable. We taken as, considered as like this. That's why we need another symbol. So same thing, I wrote down that A. If eccentric loading W is acting at A distance from support A, okay, or support B also, same thing. No problem at all. Okay, so what is the horizontal thrust? What is horizontal thrust? You have to write down, you have to do the calculations, same calculations. So first you have to find out VA and VB, these are not equal. Okay, so just write down something, W is acting here. Okay, so it is A, this is L minus A. Okay, so what is V? What is V? A. What is VA? VA is equal to come like this, W into L minus A by A. VB is W into L, A by L, WB. That's it, na? So that's it, you got it, WA, and you write the moment equation and integration. Integrate it like W is equal to my dx 0 to L. It's not a replica. You have to do 0 to L. Okay, so and also this is 0 to L y square by dx. This value you already know it. It's a parabolic, na? It's a parabolic. You already know this value. This value is, we already know what it is. We already know this value. That's the same parabola. Just y values. Y square. Okay. That value is simple. We already solve it. But this has some lengthy equations will come. Lengthy equations will come because you have to solve 0 to L by 2 and moment is not the same. Okay. Not the same. So you have to take from 0 to A. Moment is varying from A to L, different moment equation. Otherwise you have to write it. You can write it 0 to A, that's moment equation is VA into X up to 0 to A. Next portion you can write it as VB into X, but you have to take and route as 0 to L minus A. Integration 0 to L minus A. That is too difficult, L minus A. That's why you have to choose VA into X minus something W into X minus L. You can write from A to L. Integration A to L. That is good, I think. You can write down equation. You can write down the equation and you will solve it. No need to do again same type of equations. You will get this H value is equal to the 5 by 8 WHL cube A L minus A L square LA and A square. This is the value you will get H values. So this much length, how can you remember? So no need to remember. Some case. Okay, that is the value you got it. Okay, that's the story. But if you someone give directly some value of W, it is easier to do integration. So now it is something like VA into some value like this. These values you can get it and do integration without knowing that value is difficult. If you know the value, it is very easy. Okay, that's it. These are the H values. Now I will show the problem. When the certain value is given, you didn't remember those formulas. I will solve the problem. Okay. Same you can apply it in a arches, semicircle arches also. Okay. That's it. Now I will show one problem. I didn't remember any formula. That's what I can do. Okay. That's the story. See, a two-hinged parabolic arch has loading like as shown in the figure. Okay. Determine the horizontal thrust and maximum moments also. Okay, maximum. He didn't ask any particular location moment. He asked what is the maximum moment. What is the maximum moment? What can you do? You can directly write down the moment equation and do. You can do the differentiation is equal to 0. You will get the x value, and at that location it's the maximum value. That is also simple. If someone asks what is the maximum moment, you just write down the moment equation throughout the span, and just write integrates differentiation, and it is made equal to 0. Then you will get x value at that location. That's maximum element is there. We already solved last class. So see what is the loading condition on this parabola. So this parabola is, this is 15, so, and also height is rise is 6 meters. 6 meters. Okay, and now some load is acting at this location. Okay, what is that location? Is 7.5 meters. 7.5 meters. Okay, so the load is 60 kilonewtons. 60 kilonewtons. Okay, that's it. That's it. You see, what is the H value? H value is what? You can write down the formula if you have remembered. If you have remembered, what is that formula? 5 by 8 W HL cube HL cube A L minus A L square L minus A square. So just place it. 5 by 8. What is W? 60. Height is 6 meters. Length is 30 meters. A is 7.5. L is 30 minus 7.5. 30 square. 30 into 7.5 minus A square is 7.5 whole square. So what is you get? What the value you get? You will get 41.748 kilonewtons. That's it. That's the value. So now if I am adding another load at crown. So crown is also getting some 60 kilonewtons. At the crown also 60 kilonewtons. ఏం చేశారమ్మా? ఎవరో ఏదో చేశారు. బ్యాచ్ 1 క్లాస్ అయిపోయిందా? ఎందుకు చేస్తారు? ఒక బ్యాచ్కి అయిపోయి ఒక బ్యాచ్కి ఎవరో ఏదో కలబెడుతున్నారు. ఓకే, ఏం చేశారబ్బా? ఎవరో ఏదో చేశారు. లేకపోతే ఒక బ్యాచ్కి అయిపోయి ఒక బ్యాచ్కి ఎలా ఉంటుంది? 2 బ్యాచెస్ని సెట్ టైమే కదా క్లాస్ స్టార్ట్ చేశాను. ఓకే, సో దట్స్ ఇట్. Sure. So see, a two-hinged parabolic arch has a loading as shown in the figure. Determine the horizontal thrust and maximum moment also. Okay, two-hinged arch. The loading is like this. It has a span of 30 meters, 15 into 15, and rise is 6 meters. Okay, so see the loading is 60 kilonewtons at a distance of 7.5 meters. 60 kilonewtons. So if 60 kilonewtons is acting at a 7.5 meters from the support, what is the horizontal thrust? This is the horizontal thrust. Okay, so this is the formula. You will get 41.748. Okay, that's it. But if I am interested to adding, like if another loading is acting 60 kilonewtons at a crown distance, at a crown point. Okay, so at a crown point, so what is H? What is H at crown point? What is that? WL square by 8H. It's the uniformly distributed load. What is that? 25 by 128 WLH divided by H. Okay, so if like this happening, what is that value? 25 divided by 128 WL by H. Okay, that's it now. That's it. So just add it. What is that value? 25 by 128, W is 60, L is 30, H is 6 meters. What is that value? That value is 58.59. So that's it. Now it's the total H. Horizontal thrust is 47.418. plus 58.59. What is that value? 100.38 kilonewtons. Okay, so that's 100.338 kilonewtons. Sir, this is like a formula. If you remember the formulas, that will get. But we don't remember the formulas. How can we solve it? That is the question. Huh? That is the question. So that's the question. So I will show you. I will show you to solve, like how can we solve it, and later we have to find out the bending moments. Okay, so 10 minutes is there. Can we solve it or late? Okay, okay, we will see it. First you have to find out the support reactions. Support reactions is easier. No need to calculate, no need to show you like this. What is support reactions? What is support reactions? So what is total? 60, 60, 120. So for the 60 you will get 30 and 30. For the 60 what you will get? For the 60 you will get like 60 into remaining is what? 30 minus 7.5. What is that value? 22. 22.5 divided by 30 you will get. For this part 60 multiply with 7.5 by 30, you will get like this. You already know it. For this 60 exactly acting at center na, this 30, this 30. For the 60 you will get like this. Distance inversely proportional. This is exactly closer to the near to support A. That's why it will come 22.5. So what is that values? What is that values? 60 multiply with 7.5 answer divided by 30. So we'll get 15. It's a 45. VB is 45. So total is 120. So this is exactly called 75. This is VA is 75, VB is 45. So okay, that's it. First you have to write down like this, and later you already know it. 0 to L my dy divided by 0 to L y square by dy, y square by dx, x throughout span. So we have to write down m. M is not, if only this loading is acting, this is easier, you can easily find out, but this load is also acting. So I want to complicate the problem, because if you solve this you can solve anything. Okay, if it only this load is acting, it is much easier, and if it is load is acting, somewhat difficult. But if you load it like this, two loads are different acting, somewhat difficult, but I will show you. Okay, I will show you. See, I will write like this. This is A, I taken this is A. This is B, this is C, this is D. Okay, otherwise I will A, B, C, D portion. Okay, that's it. That's it. Moment. Write down the moment without the horizontal thrust. So I will write like this. This is 75. This is a 45. Exactly center. 60 is acting. 7.5 meters. That's it. So A, C, D and B. So write down the moment at AC. For the zone of AC. For the zone of AC, how can you write it? 75 into x. That's it. To write down x. AC 75 into x. You got it? You got it. For if you see, for the CD zone, how can you write it? This is x. Write down this is x. How can you write it? Moment is what? 75 into x minus 60 multiply with 60 minus with x minus 7.5. This distance is 7.5. No? This distance is 7.5. You write like this. Okay, that's it. Solve it. What is 60 into 7.5? What is the value? That is value of 450. 75 minus 60, you can write it as 15x plus 450. 15x into 450. So if someone given values, it is advantage. Okay, 15x into 450. So this is from 0 to 7.5. This is 7.5 to 15. Okay, 7.5 into 15. So later this part don't even consider from A, so you will consider from B. You will consider from B, but that is easier because I said that it's a moment multiply with Y. Moment multiply with Y. So moment is, you will get from right side, you will get from right left side, it's same. So no need to take X from A. So I will take from X from B. X from B. So what is that moment? Moment is 45 into X. 45 into X na? So you can write it as a 0 to 15. So that is right from BD. So okay, like this you will get moments. Y value you already know it. Y value you already know it. It's a parabolic. Okay. So now first part y also I calculated 4h by L square x into L minus x. So okay, 4h is what? H is what? H is 6 meters. 6 30 whole square, x we don't know, L is 30 minus x. What is that value? That value you can write as a 24 by 900. 24 by 900. Okay, so x into 30 minus x. That's it. X into 30 minus x. Right down. That's it. Now you can write down the integration. Now you can write down the integration of my d by dx. Okay, one by one you can write it. See, now I will see first thing is 75x, that is a moment. Y 24 by 900 x into 30 minus x, 0 to 7.5, that is the first thing. Second thing is 7.5 to 15. So how can you write it? You can write it, moment is already know it, 15x plus 450 y 24 by 900 x into 30 minus x. So third thing is 0 to 15. So what is that value? 45x. That's it now, 45x. Y is same. Y is 24 by 900 x into 30 minus x. That's it now. That's the value. You can solve it. You can solve the integration. Integration is just x is there. Just x is there, na? Nothing more than this. You can solve it. You will get that value. Just x is there, x square, you will substitute that this limits 0 to 7.5. What you will get? You will get the value of 5779.887. That's the thing you will get it. Okay, that's the thing you will get it. Now bottom is 0 to L y square dx. We already know y square is what? 24 by 900. Okay, 0 to 30, 24 by 900 x into 30 minus x dx. Just solve it. 0 to 30, 24 by 900 x into 30 minus x. You will write like this. Otherwise, if you have remembered this, what is that value? If you remember this value, it is also useful. What is that value? Where it is? If you remember this value, 8 by 15 h square by L. That is the integration of y square by L. Na? Integration of y square y square ds. If you remember that value also, you can put it. Otherwise, you can solve it. Just x square will come. Substitute the values. You will get it. Otherwise, 8 by 15 h square L. To substitute values, you will get like this, 576. 576. So now what is h value? 577.98.87 divided by 576. What will you get? 100.345. That's it. That's it. That's it. You can solve it. You can solve it. You can do it. So I do some complications, like I putting extra value of 60. Without 60, only if 60 is there somewhere here, you can solve very simple. Very, very simple. Simple, na? Very, very simple. So if in theoretical questions, whenever I am asking a mid 1 or mid 2, you have to solve like this. No need to remember the formulas. No need to do with the using of the formulas. With the using of the formulas, you will do in a bitwise exam. But in a theoretical exam, you have to solve it like this, and you will get h value. Okay, so very easy, just integration and x square terms, x square and x cube terms. That's it, na? That's it. Now, what he asked? He asked what is the maximum bending moments. Maximum bending moments, na? He asked it, na? So you can do it. You can calculate the maximum bending moments. How can you find out the maximum bending moment? Maximum bending moment is, how can you find out? See just we will see like this. How can you sign it? See so see somewhere, if you see how it looks like bending moment profile, how bending moment profile is look like. The same procedure what is said Eddy's theorem. What he said Eddy's theorem. Someone is applied. See, it's loading is acting. It's loading is acting. How this na bending moment is varying. That's it na. Same the bending moment profile. How it's look like. You have to just imagine how it's look like. Bending moment is like this type. That is the bending moment. Sir, you have a doubt. What is the difference between 2-hinged and 3-hinged arch? In 3-hinged arch, see, at the crown, the bending moment is 0. The exact intersection position is exactly at the crown position, because at the crown, at the 3-hinged arch, at the crown also has 0 moment. At the crown has also 0 moment. So if you write down the bending moment diagram at the 3-hinged arch, it exactly the intersection point, it meets at the crown point. But in 2-hinged arches, there is no hinge at crown, so there is not a 0 moment at crown point. At crown also it has some moment. If you just pull out the 2 points, you will get a bending moment shape. If you see the bending moment shape, you will observe it. You can observe it. What do you observe it? At somewhere from this position, we don't know, but it has some negative moment. It has a negative moment. In this portion, you will get positive moment. One portion you will get negative moment, one portion you will get positive moment. At some portion from B to D, somewhere you will get negative moment. Somewhere, this point we didn't find out, so okay, no problem at all. Okay, so in this portion, somewhere, mostly in this section, you will get maximum bending moment. Chance is there. Okay, understood? So we will find out later what is the maximum bending moment. First, I want to find out the bending moment at this location. What is that location? The location of C. The bending moment at location of D. Can you find out? Easily find out. What is the problem? What is the bending moment at C? Bending moment at C. What is the bending moment at C? So what is that? 75. 75 multiply with 70.5. Exactly. That's it. Na? So that's it. Minus 100 into, so 100, not 100.375. Multiply with this height. What is this height? You have to find out this height. What is that height? So if you find out this height is 4.5 meters. Can you find out height? So y is 4h by L square x into L minus x. X is 7.5. So if using, you will get it. It's a 4.5. So what is that bending moment? So that bending moment is 10961. That is the bending moment. Okay, at crown point, this is 6 meters. What is the bending moment at crown point? Bending moment at D. I will write like this because you can. Bending moment at D. What is that bending moment? 75. So no need to come from this, from left to right. You can come from right. You can from B to D. That is easy. That is easy, na? That is easy. So how can you write it? So you can write like this. Come from this position to this position. 45 into 15. That's it, na? Minus of 100 into 100.33 multiplied with height is 6. What is that bending moment? That bending moment is 72.948 kilonewtons. So now one thing you can observe it. One thing you can observe it. What you observe it? What you will observe it? You can observe it. It has a 110. It has a 110. It has a bending moment of 110. It has a bending moment of 72. 72. That's it. So see where the maximum positive moment is occurring, a chance is there. Where the maximum positive bending moment occurring chance is there. It has is 110. It has a 110. It has a 72. Most probably the bending moments are maximum at the application of the load. It is a blind. At the application of the load, it has a maximum chances. You already know it. If it is there when load is applied, will come. It has a maximum bending moment. So if you observe it clearly, the maximum bending moment, positive bending moment has a chance at the application of the load. So see where the application of load is there. It has one application of load. It has another application of load. We calculated both sides, both locations. You will observe maximum bending moment at C point. What is that bending moment? Bending moment is 110. That is a positive. But another you want to calculate. Another is what? Maximum negative moment also. It has some portion. If see this portion has some negative moment is there. So you want to find out the maximum negative moment. So but you can idea the maximum negative moment is acting at somewhere between B to D. When you just write down the bending moment diagram using the Eddy's profile, you get idea maximum bending moment, negative bending moment is acting somewhere between B to D, and it's also very somewhere we don't know. So how can you find out? So maximum, he said that maximum. So you have to write down the bending moment equation from B to D. We already write it. From B to D we already write it. What is that bending moment equation? Somewhere from X, 45 into X minus 100.345 multiplied with Y. That's it. We don't know where it is, but we can write it. So now I will write it. How will write it? See, how can I write it? Bending moment diagram between B to D, 45 into X and 100.342 into Y. So Y. Why it is Y? What is Y? Y is equal to 4h by L square into X into L minus X. We already solved it. What is that value? This value 24 by 900. Okay, we using H is 6 meters, L is, so 24 by 900 X into 30 minus X. Using it. Just use it. 24 by 900 X into 30 minus X. That is the bending moment equation in terms of X. But we don't know where it is maximum. So what you have to do? You have to do. But you can ask another chance also. Where it is the bending moment is 0. Where the bending moment is 0, you can just simply equal to 0. You will get X value. That position from B, the bending moment is 0. You can easily find out where it is the bending moment is 0. That's it. See, it is the diagram is where you can find out this distance. And I am not asking where the bending moment is 0. I am asking where the negative bending moment is, where the maximum negative bending moment. So now how can you find out? You can find out this bending moment differentiation with respect to X is 0. Slope is 0. That is maximum value. So if you just differentiate it, you will get X value. Just differentiate it, going to be 0, 6.59 meters. 6.59 meters you will get it. So X 6.59 meters from the B it will get maximum. So somewhere I said somewhere 6.59 meters, this maximum bending moment is happening. Maximum bending moment is happening. Okay, so that's it. What is that maximum bending moment? What is that maximum bending moment? Just substitute it. Maximum bending moment is substituted. You will get like, what is that value? Minus 116.28 kilonewton meter. That is a maximum negative moment. Negative moment. Maximum positive moment, we already got it. What is that value? What is that value? Is 110.961. It's a positive. From it's happening at 7.5 meters from A. Maximum negative moments happening from B to T at 6.5 meters. So what is the purpose of getting maximum positive moments? Sir, if you want to design to sustain that moment, we have to design a cross section. Later we have to go through RCC. So it's a positive or negative, positive or negative. So we have to design maximum moment. If it is this is 110.961, maximum negative moment is 116 point something. So you have to design a cross section. It has a capacity to withhold the moment of 116 point something. Maybe if you just skip it the negative moment, but see, now the negative moment is much more than the positive moment. So you have to design the cross section with the help of with the moment of which has the maximum value, either positive or either negative. So you have to design a cross section which has withheld the moment of 116 point something, not a 110. That's it, no? So that's it. And also you can find out shear also. Shear means vertical, see, normal shear and radial shear at any section. Whatever examiner asks, you can easily find out what we discussed in the 300 ulcers. As the same problem, you can easily find out the normal shear and radial shear at anywhere. Can you find out? So easily find out with the help of theta. How can you theta get it? We already said how can you find out theta? Theta is dy by dx. Y is 4h by L square x into L minus x. You can just dy by dx. You will get theta. Once you got the theta, you will get n normal shear and q radial shear. Okay, get it now? We already solved the problem. You can do it. So that's the story of two hinged arches for the semicircular arch and parabolic arches for different loading. If you have formulas, okay, use it. But if you didn't have formula, you have to solve the problem. For the same circular arch, semicircular arches also, you can easily find out the horizontal thrust with the help of H formula. No need to do remember those formulas. You can solve it. Okay, you can solve it. What I solve it? If we given the formula, if we given the values, it is easier. It is much easier to solve the problem. No need to remember the formulas. Okay, that's it. That's the end of the story of two hinged arches also. But I want to explain something. Something is missing, I think. What is that missing? Temperatural stresses. Temperatural stresses is missing. So okay, no problem. Next class we will discuss about the temperatural stress. Okay, so tomorrow or next class, tomorrow I think we will complete the two hinged arches. Okay, for the temperatural stresses. Okay, that's it, the story.